Illinois, Wisconsin. Yep. I'd also would definitely like to thank Pat and Carrie for this
You're good. Just
beautiful farm and inviting us in so we could have this here. Beautiful day, beautiful friends, beautiful daughter, beautiful son-in-law. So, you're handsome. Admit. Last night, I just want to say that Holly said something really nice about Kirsten, and but during her speech, it made me really nervous. So last night, I sat down in my office and wrote a few things down. Let's see here. It's a small office. Anyway, the girls understand that. So she wanted Peyton wanted Peyton to meet someone that was talkative. That is Kirsten. Yeah. So tell you a little story about how talkative Kirsten is. She's outgoing, loving, all that. And tell a little story. We went to a amusement park, went on a roller coaster. She was probably about 10, and we got off the roller coaster. She was behind me. I watched her walk off, and she was talking to a girl that must have been behind her. And we were walking, and as we got to the end, I said, who is that? I was like, oh, that was Sarah. It's like, oh, that's my friend Sarah. It's like, oh, how long did you meet her? I just met her. But that was her friend.
Just slide your hand up the microphone a little bit.
Like that?
Yep.
Okay. So she's very easy to meet people, make friendships. It's just easy for her. So she's a very good personality, and she does a very good job of being very loving. Yeah. Also, I do apologize, Kirsten, if I took some of the spotlight off you when we walked down. Just have to point that out. So Kirsten is, I'd do anything for her. Someone want to bet? So I surprised her one day. I do not have a good voice whatsoever, and the girls know that. So I was going to watch a video. I surprised her by doing a show choir parent stit, and to show how much I love her. I do not sing. I do not get in front of people, especially people I don't know, family. So her reaction of this just shows how much we love each other. So if you can show that.
You gotta turn the mics off. Or mics. Oh no. Is there a mic on by the speaker?
Yep.
Oh,
So that was a huge surprise for her. And I tell you, I had no saliva in my mouth when I did that at all. And now, Kirsten, I just want to say I love you. And luckily, I always wanted to have a girl first, and I've been blessed with 3. So I'm very blessed for that. Peyton, would do me a favor, hold Kirsten's hand. Yours on top. There you go. I'm very excited to have you as a son-in-law, and I know you'll treat her well. And being her, my father-in-law actually told something when I got married, that I know you'll treat her well, do everything you can for her, so I'm giving this opportunity for you now to cherish this moment, holding her hand the way you are, because that'll be the last time you'll ever have the upper hand. Thank you. Thanks, everybody.
All right.
And I'm so glad everyone could make it to the happiest day of our lives, which is Kiki finally moving away and her wedding.
I knew this was gonna be good. Hi everyone. Is this on? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hi everyone. I'm Michaela, the actual favorite sister. I know that most of the time these speeches are very sentimental and sincere, but if you've had the great honor of getting to meet Lauren and I personally, then you know that will not be the case.
We would like to start by recalling some of our favorite memories with Kiki. We didn't make the best decisions growing up, and one of those bad decisions was walking on the creek in the middle of winter without our parents knowing. While we were walking, my foot fell through the ice and into the freezing water. At that moment, I thought that I was going to die of hypothermia, but Kiki's big sister instinct kicked in, and she gave me her boots and helped carry me home walking in just one shoe.
Being the oldest came with responsibilities such as sometimes having to watch after me. Before I could make my own
Own food. Whoa.
Hello? Okay. Before I could make my own food or snacks, sometimes if mom and dad weren't around, Kiki would make me
Oh my god.
okay.
Just keep
Would
going.
make me a snack. She always had a go-to snack she made for me. 2 pieces of white bread smothered in
Butter.
Oh my goodness.
Use a wired mic.
Yeah.
Let's just use a wired mic.
Okay. Should I turn this
Plug
off?
that into channel 1. On the back, no, it's channel 2 on the back. I'm going to plug that thing and plug in the sound box there. Or plug in the XLR there. There you go, yeah. Now use that one. Whoa, shouldn't have any problems now.
Can we turn this one off?
Should I turn this off?
Yeah. There we go. Yeah, you should be good to go.
You go.
How do I turn this off?
Just talking to
Hello? Hello?
Yeah, you're good.
Good? Awesome. So she always had a go-to snack she made for me, which was 2 pieces of white bread smothered in butter and added a lot of sugar. When I look back now, I know she was being a good older sister, or the alternative was that she wanted to keep me fat so she and Lauren could continue to shove pencils and loose change into my belly rolls.
One of the fondest memories that first comes to mind when Michaela and I look back on our childhood years with Kiki was her first time having to watch us when our parents weren't home.
In our house, one of our favorite things to play with was a giant pink exercise ball. On this night, Laura and I were playing with it, and Kiki really, really wanted it for herself.
When we refused to give it to her, she decided to put us both in timeout. I was placed in a little indented section of the wall with about a foot of room to sit in.
I was placed in the laundry room facing the door where Kiki put a pair of gloves in front of me to stare at.
We both exercise ball. Now, to truly encompass our relationship when we were younger, we would like to show a clip.
Oh no.
So today's Easter, and we went out in the yard and we hunted for eggs with honey in them. It was pretty nice. Anyway, so my sisters aren't nowhere to be found. Oops, I got lost.
That's your turn.
I didn't know
Catch the
about
end of
that.
that. She said, if you know what I mean. Gone forever.
For good.
For good. Laura and I may not be alive later for showing that clip,
So while we still have the time, we would like to end it on a more sincere note.
Kiki knows this, but I'm usually not the best at expressing my emotions and usually show my love to Kiki by giving her a hard time. I haven't really told Kiki this, but I have always been very jealous of her growing up. She was everything I wanted to look like and everything I wanted to be. I admired her confidence. It's always been one of my favorite things about you. I admired Kiki's humor and how easy it was for her to make light of a situation or make everyone in the room laugh. I admired how easy it was for Kiki to be personable and make friends. I always had a harder time with that, and I never understood how she was so good at it. You were annoyingly good at everything. You have always been one of my favorite people, even though it may not have always seemed like it, and that is why I've always been very protective of who you chose to give your heart to. I always knew you deserved the absolute best, and I'm so happy to know that Peyton can give you just that. I can sleep well at night knowing that you're in good hands, and I know that Grandpa's looking down and smiling really big, knowing that you picked a man that he'd love and approve of.
Growing up, I have always looked up to Kiki and Lauren. When I was in show choir in middle school, I used to try and flex to everyone that my sister Kiki was the soloist in the varsity show choir at the high school. I have been so blessed to have the older sisters I do. Kiki, you have given me some of the biggest headaches, but also the hardest laughs. From you and I dancing around in our bedrooms, just the two of us looking like complete freaks, to trying to sing Screamo and me almost throwing up.
Yeah, I feel like 2 months ago.
You are one of my best friends, and you have helped me through some of the hardest situations in life when I didn't know who to turn to. I have loved watching you grow into the woman you are today, and can't wait to see where your future with Peyton goes. I know you will always be completely loved and happy because you chose the right man to spend the rest of your life with. Peyton, thank you for showing my sister, helping my sister feel not only love from you, but also from God. The memories I have with you both are something I hold close to my heart and can't wait to be an auntie someday to the cutest baby. I love you both and couldn't be happier for you.
So cheers to the happy couple. We wish you guys the best and a long life of loving each other. Congrats.
You guys, I'm gonna ball my eyes out. You have me ugly crying.
You're a pretty crier.
No, I'm not right now. Oh my gosh. Guys.
Entire state, I don't know. Peyton's still the smallest kid in the state. What? No, never mind. But, hey, lots of memories, lots of things I should and should not share. I think Owen's gonna share more stories that should not be shared. So I'm happy to be going before him. But there was one night, a lot of years, I would spend the night with Peyton. We would sleep together in his bed. It was really good, really awesome. And yeah, it's good. You know, when you get so tired that anything is funny, kind of Peyton and I would just look at each other and make a noise and then giggle like kindergartners. I don't know. Anything was funny at that time, but we still do that. Peyton and I have hit a level of friendship where if we just look each other in the eyes, we don't have to say anything. We either just know what we're thinking or we just start laughing. I think we laugh 75% of the time, at least. But there was one night, we were spending the night in his bed right before church camp, and the night before church camp, you don't really sleep. So it's 3 a.m., we're kind of laying there just staring at the ceiling, waiting for the morning to come, and we hear this horrifying scream out of nowhere, right outside of his house. So we look at each other and we're like, someone's getting killed out there. Someone is dying outside your house. But we're the smallest kids in the world. We cannot do anything about this. So we just sit there and we just listen. But we hear another scream, and then we hear this growl, this disgusting growl. And then we look at each other and we're like, is that a dragon? Like, where are we? So Peyton, not caring about his size, said, let's grab my BB gun. We'll grab my BB gun, we're gonna go out there and we're gonna save whoever it is. So we grab his BB gun, it's the dead of night. Peyton's parents were asleep, we had to sneak out. Sorry, Chad. Sorry, Holly. Could be worse. We sneak out there, we start looking around at this pond that's outside their house, and we're like, what's going on? What's going on? And then we hear the scream. And we look up, and all it was 2 raccoons fighting over a tree. But the thing about BB guns is they're extremely loud in the middle of the night when it's dead silent. So Peyton and I look at each other, we count down from 3 and fire off the BB gun and run back to the house. It was very scary. But that's who Peyton is. Peyton doesn't matter who he is, what's going on, he'll get up to save whoever. I was just talking to Phil, his pastor, and Peyton literally is the first person to get up to help anybody, even if it makes no sense. That's why he's over there helping set up videos, even though he just got married. What a guy. There's another time, there was a couple times he house sat at his grandparents' house, and we played video games for probably 72 hours straight. Yeah. I think we set a record, but we were sitting there, and we ordered a pizza, and for some reason, Peyton goes, I think we should light these candles. So we go into the dining room, and we set the pizza down in the middle of the table, and we light the candles. So now it's just this dim, candlelit room. We turn on some jazz music. I'm dead serious. We're just 2 guys being dudes, but all of a sudden, we're kind of on a date. You know what I mean? Got a little flirty. That's why I kissed him on the cheek earlier. Just kidding, but I do look nice. Anyways. What you don't know, maybe I did tell you this, but when Emily and I, my wife, were dating, did she say I was going to bring her up? You want me to talk more about you? Stand up. No, but one of the first dates Emily and I had, we were both in college, we had no money, was a candlelit pizza dinner with jazz music. I got that from you, my man. And now we're married. It works out. Genius. Full of creative ideas. Got to make it work. But Peyton is full of creative ideas. He's always down to have fun with anything, even if it's just a candlelit pizza dinner with his bros or running after raccoons fighting in a tree. He'll do whatever. He's down. And that's who Peyton is. He brings joy to every room. He'll have fun wherever he is. It doesn't matter what's going on. And that's been our friendship. We've made each other better. We've challenged each other. But I think the biggest thing we do is anywhere we are, any season of life, anything we've got going on, we bring each other joy. In high school, Peyton was called to youth ministry. I was called to youth ministry. And we had this dream. We're like, man, dreams do come true, right? We're going to be youth pastors together someday. And man, am I pumped that that's coming true in the future. Yes, but little did I know that you would marry Kirsten Krug. Kirsten Krug, we learned just now, if you didn't know, that Kirsten Krug was in show choir. Kirsten Towers, that is. Kirsten Towers. I knew Kirsten through show choir. I knew Kirsten because I had some other friends that had crushes on her, and that's a whole different story that I don't need to tell ever again. But I knew Kirsten, and one thing I knew about you, Kirsten, always, is that you would go to bat for your friends as well. You would always be there for your friends. You loved your friends. You loved the people around you. You have one of the biggest hearts, and you've heard it over and over again today, and that speaks to the truth of it. But the reality is that together, you two really are champions of people. You call out the best in everybody around you. You speak the positives about people around you. When I feel like I'm a loser, Peyton's like, dude, you're so cracked, bro. You're the best. You're the best. You're the best. I have this list on my phone. I'm just kind of rambling at this point, but I have this list on my phone of bad names. It's titled bad names. It's names I never want to be called in my life. It's names like Buddy, Tugboat, Pony, Pal. Tiger. He posted on my wedding day and said, big man's big day. Well, today's big man's big day. Buddy, Champ, Pal, Hotshot, Tiger, Scout, Pony, you name it. You guys are one of the greatest couples I've ever seen. I think everyone here can agree that you're going to be a force of love, force for God. The girls will go to Kiki, the guys will go to you, and together you're going to make the biggest difference in the world. There is not a stronger couple. Yeah, give it up. Give it up. That's right, Chief. Anyways, man, I could speak all day long, but I love you both. I'm excited to do life with you both. It's crazy that we're here. I think everyone thinks this is just surreal, but here you are, and it's going to sink in every single day for the rest of my life. So I love you guys. God bless you. Thanks for being my friends. Thanks for being a pal. And here's to the couple. Cheers.
supposed to do that now. I don't know.
It's okay. You need the.
My notes. All right. I know you guys all are thinking, why is he up there? Just take that mic from that boy. He's going to say something dumb. My mom before this, keep it PG, Owen. Don't say anything inappropriate. But you know me, I got the mic, so I'm going to do what I do. I have no idea what to say. I thought about winging this, because that's definitely something that I would do. I also thought about making it a little sappy, because that's something I wouldn't do. So I'm going to do a little bit of both, if that's okay with you guys. You know, I never put much thought into Peyton getting married until about 2 hours ago. Because I never thought this man would get married before me, let alone to freaking Kiki Kirsten. Like, who saw that coming? Let's be honest. I mean, Peyton, you are kind of hot, and your personality makes up for the rest of it, but I don't really know what I was supposed to say at this thing, so I just turned to my best friend Google to help me out. So if it's not how it's supposed to go, just let Google know, write a bad review, whatever, get 0 stars. But for those of you who know me and Peyton, as kids, you know that we were either fighting, arguing, wrestling, competing against each other, literally anything you could think of to compete against, we were doing it. All the time. Literally 24/7. We were always getting grounded, spanked, slapped, punched, everything. 24/7. It was either me or him getting hit. So wrestling is something that the Towers boys are known for. Me and Peyton have been wrestling since day one. Usually ended with me starting to lose, calling for my mom, Peyton getting spanked or grounded. I had this little secret attack that I developed where I'd call him a name, slap him in the back of the head, do something, then I'd sprint as fast as I can. I kept looking over my shoulder, and if he was getting close, I'd drop to the floor and start kicking my feet as hard as I could. But it worked maybe once, and then he developed countermeasures for it, and he would spin around, so I'd kick his butt, then spin again, and then he'd get on top of me, and I'd yell for my mom, he'd get grounded or slapped. So I never lost. I can have that. I would either get away from him and not get hit, or Peyton would get grounded. It was either one or the other. So all through elementary school and middle school, me and Peyton did not like each other. Everyone who knows us knew that. We did not like each other. So once I got into high school, for some reason, I don't know if it was because we had to wake up at 5 o'clock for JROTC in the morning. I don't know, because I know for a fact I did not mature up over the summer. So, like literally starting my freshman year, we did everything together. We became inseparable. I don't know if it was because both of us woke up, we played zombies all the time, we played Call of Duty. We did literally everything together. Worked out, shot fireworks. We did everything together. Sorry. Notes, sometimes you get lost, tiny little writing, can't really see it. But I remember when he first told me that he was talking to Kiki. We were sitting in the Aspen sauna. Everyone who works out of Aspen knows that sauna is a place to tell secrets. But we were in the sauna together, and he says, hey, you know Kirsten Krug, right? Well, I've been talking to her recently. And I remember I was like, no way, dude, you're capping. And so he's just like, nah, man, like we're actually talking. I was like, okay, whatever, this dude's lying. But then slowly, I started seeing less and less of Peyton. So I knew that he actually was talking to her, and he wasn't capping. Because, anyone who knew Kiki in high school, you knew this boy would drop everything to go hang out with this girl. But it was kind of weird, because a lot of times when he went to go hang out with her, or we went and did stuff, we'd do it together. So I never really had that time where Peyton was just gone all the time. And it was weird because I didn't feel like I was third wheeling. It was just like 3 best friends where 2 of them were dating and kissing lips. So it wasn't weird. So Kiki became a part of the family so fast. She was always around, and like Brent said, Peyton's always wanted a girl that reminds him of our mom, and so Kiki just fit right in. Her and my mom were also best friends. It's been amazing to see the relationship from the outside and on the inside. I saw when things were going great, and I also saw when things weren't going so well. I also heard from both of them. But one thing, no matter what happened, their love for each other was never questioned. Yes, they would fight, but that's a relationship. The next day they'd always hang out. They were always giggling, smiling, laughing with each other, which is something that I've admired about you guys, is that you guys are always smiling and laughing at each other, which I love. So I got something I want to say to each of you. This is to Kiki. You are someone who I've looked at as my sister before Peyton finally got the balls to ask you to be his wife. You are someone who I've seen personally God transform your life and amplify your heart and love for others. I know Peyton has always told me that he's wanted to marry someone who loves and cares for others just like our mom. And here we are. They've already kissed, so. And they're wearing rings. Kiki, you are someone who isn't just marrying my brother, but one of my closest friends, who I now get to finally call my sister. I know I've been calling you sis for a long time, but now it's official. You're officially my sister. I have loved getting to know you over these last couple of years, and now we get to do hood rat crap forever. Praise God. Thank you for putting up with Peyton's stubbornness, argumentative nature, and loving personality. You are truly a blessing from God, Kiki, and I wouldn't want anyone else marrying my brother. I love you. Peyton, you're someone that even though we have fought a lot, I've always looked up to you and have always wanted to earn your respect. I like to think of our relationship as Rod and his stepdad because I always want to earn your respect. I like to think of me and you as Dale Doback and Brendan Huff because two different people can become best friends and rock the Catalina wine mixer together. Like Samwise Gamgee and Frodo Baggins. No matter where we go, I will always have your back. Like Ricky Bobby and Cal Naughton Jr. Now you are the Magic Man, and I am El Diablo. And especially, for those of you who know us, we are like Chaka and Dr. Rick Marshall. It doesn't matter if we're fighting dinosaurs, tall lizard men, dudes in a tunic, I would follow you into battle. Yes. Yes, we're going to fight. Yes, we're going to compare to each other. Just for the record, I am the bigger and more attractive brother. He is the older and smarter brother. Just to clear things up. I know the future will always be unpredictable, and things will change over time, but one thing I know will never change is that we're brothers. So no matter where God might take you guys, we will always be family, and I will always be there for you guys. I know we will fight in the future. I know we will both struggle in our ministries, but something I will never question is I know I can always rely on my big brother to help me get through things. Now to both you guys, take care of each other. Love each other unconditionally every single day. There's no such thing as saying I love you or I love you too much. There's no such thing as too many kisses or hugs. And especially, there's no such thing as married couple benefits.
Let's go.
Woo!
Yeah. Yeah.
I want both of you guys to promise me something, okay? I want you guys to promise me something, okay? Peyton, treat your wife like a queen every single day and be a servant to her. You promise?
I promise.
And Kiki, take good care of my best friend. I love you guys. To Kiki and Peyton. Love you, sis. Oh, I still got string on me.
Weekend and your busy lives to come out here and love on us and appreciate us because we know that we literally have like a whole army behind us supporting us. Like there's a lot of people here. So, but most of all, I just want to thank my parents and Peyton's parents for being incredibly supportive, for helping us through okay, just real quick, I gotta back this up. Okay, Holly, my mom, and I planned this wedding like he wasn't a part of that. Like all on our own. So we called ourselves the Three Blind Mice.
because none of us had any clue what we were doing the entire time. So the fact that this is happening right now, I'd say we did a pretty good job. But I will not, I will not be being hired in the future for such events or anything like that. Holly might. I don't think my mom will, but we just want to say thank you so much. We love all of you. We're so grateful for you, and God has blessed us with just an amazing group of people. And I'm not going to cry again, but I could. But I won't. And we just love you a whole dang lot. So thank you so much.
I think I just blacked out.
Hello. So, you guys all got to see how much I cried earlier. It's kind of embarrassing. So I definitely won't be able to cry now. See, yeah, like Kirsten said, we're so incredibly grateful for everyone that's here. If you're sitting in this tent tonight, you're very important to either Kirsten or myself or both of us. Yeah, we're just thrilled that all you guys are here. If you're sitting up at this head table, we love you guys very much, and you guys have all been huge parts of our lives. There's people in this room from all over the country. Got some people coming in from New York, Idaho. Got my Illinois clan in the back. We got my Evangel clan, and there's a bunch of other people who've come a long ways. So super grateful for all of you guys. I want to thank my mom, Kirsten's mom, and Kirsten, because I didn't plan really any of this. I kind of just showed up and did what I was told. So you guys are awesome. Thank you for making this great. It's really awesome. I'm so stinking excited to start life with Kirsten. I've been living alone down in St. Louis for the last year and a half. Alone if you don't count Lilo, my dog. So basically alone. She's pretty dumb. So I'm just so ready to have my best friend living with me for the rest of my life. Can't wait to see all of the memories we're going to make, and all the friends that you're going to make and that I'm going to introduce you to down there, and just all the great things we do together. I'm just so stinking excited. I also want to take a second to thank the parents. First of all, to Kirsten's parents and her grandparents, everyone in her family, really. You guys have been nothing but so kind to me, and I'm so incredibly grateful for you guys and raising an amazing daughter. She checks off every box. If you could build a wife, she'd be it. You guys did an amazing job raising her, and I love her so much. And you guys did a great job of making her super hot. So that's also awesome. Yeah. So that's awesome. Yeah, it's definitely a bonus. And then to my family, Hayden, Oliver, Owen, Mom and Dad, Logan, and the rest of the guys up here, adopted brothers, my grandparents. When I was in college, I got to meet a lot of different people from a lot of different backgrounds. I got to hear about their childhood. And now my whole job is working with kids. And I think I took for granted. Gosh, I can't cry. I'm trying to fight it. I took for granted how great of a childhood I had. I'm trying to stop. I'm trying not to cry. Yeah, just clap for him for a second while I reel it in. I got the best grandparents I could ever ask for. That's why I was crying earlier. I'm crying again. Got great cousins, aunts, and uncles. Mom and Dad, you guys are the best. Why can't I stop crying? Gosh, I'm just trying to get it out. And then I never cry except for stuff like this. But you guys gave me the best childhood I could ever have. And, Mom, I always said I wanted to marry someone like you because you're so great. Thankful that I got Holly Jr. up here. And Dad, You're like one of my best friends now. Talk to you on the phone more than anyone. I never get tired of it. I didn't talk to you about anything. You guys always put me first growing up. And I know so many kids don't have that. You guys always made time to be at my sports events even when I wasn't good. Go to my band concerts when I played the tuba. You guys always made it a point to invest in and support anything that I did. You guys took me on so many amazing vacations. You know, even little things, praying for me before I went to bed, even when I was like in high school. There's just so many things that I took for granted that I know most kids didn't ever have. And I'm just so thankful for you guys. And my brothers, you guys are the best, and that's why all three of you guys are groomsmen. And I know as close as we are now, I know we're only going to get closer as we get older. Oliver's over there laughing. Yeah, I love you guys. But yeah, I've got better friends and family than just about anyone that I've ever met. So I really am thankful for so many of you guys. I don't know why I'm crying. I never cry, but I guess I'm just so thankful. So enjoy the rest of the night. We're gonna cut the cake, I guess, whatever the boss says over here, and then we're gonna dance and have some fun. So thank you guys for coming. And yeah. Oh, I guess we're gonna cut the cake now.
Where's the cake?